tonight's game, and what did you tell the team after?
I would say the assessment of tonight's game is, this is exactly what we need. I really look at tonight and Thursday night as a combination, or Thursday afternoon. I think the work coming up here is exactly particularly for our young players. We had a focus, coming into the game to run the football and stop the run, and just because it's with the amount of padded work, that you get in this training camp and structure and the emphasis. So I thought we did some good things there. The penalties clearly are way too much, so we'll look at those and keep going through it as far as the combative versus discipline. So I mean that's clearly the biggest negative. But I'm actually excited to watch the tape because we wanted to see these young linemen. There's our run blocking unit. Thank you, step up, and I think they did some really good things. And I think our run defense was where it needed to be. So there's a lot of plays that make or don't make, and to me that's preseason football. I don't get hung up on that too much. But I think there'll be a lot of very good tape coming out of this contest. Well, I think we all recognize that this isn't the regular season. So I understand your question, and as far as last year was last year. I think really last year as far as trying to establish a play style and an identity. It took us a while to get to that, and once we did, we were won a number of games. So this is really the starting point that you go through every year. So this is preseason. I don't think this has anything to do with last year. I mean, obviously, you guys get to write what you want, but it's a starting point. Yeah, I didn't like the number of penalties. Made it clear. I talked about it at halftime, and talked about it briefly in there. So we'll take a long look at it. But I am excited about the fact that we were able to come up here and run a lot of plays, and and I like the way. We ran the ball and stopped the run, so that's a good starting point for us. It's a bigger emphasis this year.
First glance, your thoughts on Tyler and how he's played tonight?
Can't really give you. I know he had a few of the holds, but once again, it's this is what these young guys need. Young offensive linemen. I'm sure this is. I watched a lot of football today. It was a long day. Offensive line play is going to be the last thing that comes in preseason. Those are the facts. I'm not worried about the other teams. We're definitely in that category.
Mike, you mentioned combative versus discipline penalties.
Yeah.
Which is more difficult to coach than
Which is more difficult? You mean to correct or coach?
Correct. So, yeah.
Oh, I think that discipline are things that. You're working on all the time. So the pre-snap, there's no excuse for that. I think coming out of Thursday, new cadence. They got us on some cadence things on Thursday. I thought we did a better job in that area today. But we got to go back and look at the combative ones because those are the ones that seem out of control, particularly the holding on run plays.
How do you balance getting continuity with other guys, but also easing him in as a rookie?
I mean, that's a great question. I mean, you go to all the practice. I mean, you see how we rotate them. I mean, we're conscious of all those guys. I mean, you're always trying to work the different combinations, and but at the end of the day, you have to make the quarterback successful to be a successful offense, and that starts with running the football. So, the combination blocks. How many times he gets to do it with Tyron versus Josh, and to me, that's why the value of tonight's game is so high. I mean, it just is exactly what we needed. Yeah, I wish we'd have done some things better, but I think I'll feel better about the team after I watch the tape.
What did you think of Tolbert tonight?
Thought he did some good things. He had to drop early, but I like the way he bounced back. So he's another young guy. I thought Thursday it was it's the first time things were moving really fast for him, and I thought he definitely took a step from Thursday today. I thought he clearly took a step.
Were you trying to establish him early? It looked like he ran some specific.
Yeah, I mean, I think it was just more the personnel groups, and it was, frankly, it was more about just staying in clean plays that we're comfortable with. We didn't really spend any time game playing in Denver. I mean, it's the new staff. I mean, obviously EJ and Nate. You have some history what you think they're going to do, but this was really about us, just staying in a healthy install package and letting our guys play today. And like I said, our emphasis was running the football and stopping the run.
You had Gallimore and Fowler veterans got a lot of snaps tonight. Is that a number thing, or you just want to see them?
Yeah, I think you got to look at the numbers tonight and Thursday. You know, that's where we were trying to hit some targets. So that's, and some numbers were not quite what we would have liked on Thursday. Guy gets winded or a guy goes down, so it affects. I mean, Josh Ball took a tremendous amount of work on Thursday, and that wasn't scheduled because with Tyron's injury. So I mean, you have those things, but this is exactly what Josh needed. You think about the amount of reps that he took on Thursday and today. So
Did you guys come out clean on the injury front?
did I miss something, Clarence?
Tyron's injury. What's Tyron's injury?
Huh?
You said Tyron's injury.
Yeah, we're just resting him. He's got an ankle.
Did you guys
You said injury.
Did you guys come out of this game clean on the injury front?
I haven't been there yet. Sorry, I was in a hurry to listen to Clarence. So
Mike, I want to be fair when I talk
Yeah.
about it. You said it's not the regular season, and tonight doesn't have anything to do with last year.
Well, no, I didn't say that. I understand where we are today. I just think, I understand where we were at last year. Trust me, I look at the statistics through and through and understand, statistics are very important, but they tell you what to look at. They tell you where to look, and but most importantly, how you look at it. So, we can twist those things around as much as we want last year, but we could have did that all offseason. I was available, no one called. But it's, I think that the thing that this year, trust me, no one's happy with the number of penalties in a game today. But I just think it's the facts that matter. It's just kind of where we are today. This is training camp. It was our first preseason, and I think this is kind of how it goes. We played a lot of young players on Thursday and today, and I have great confidence that they'll improve from this opportunity.
How would you
Fowler,
assess it?
when Fowler pushes a guy off the power, would you think that?
Yeah, that's a discipline penalty. That's frankly, that's why Dante wouldn't. That's why he was done for the night after that. Yeah, that's we can't have that. Those are the discipline penalties I'm talking about.
Just to dovetail on that, because I was going to ask, how did you assess the defensive line players?
Oh, I thought, yeah, definitely. And that's what penalties do to you. They clog the whole game up. They ruin, the momentum, the ebb and flow there's frustration you're dealing with. I was a little surprised they'd call that many penalties in preseason one. So, but that's you need to go through that. This will help us get ready. And we need to develop. We're draft and develop. This is what it looks like, unfortunately, sometimes. But we will be better from it. I do have great confidence in that. I've done this my whole coaching career. I've always played with a lot of young guys, and unfortunately, it starts like this.
Mike, you haven't had a lot of joint practice with them. I wonder, in hindsight, looking back at Thursday, how valuable is it to have ones-on-ones and get that kind of work?
Oh, I think it's huge. I didn't like to fight, and I thought there was way too much of that on the one field. But it's because I came here to get the reps, so we weren't leaving the field until we got the reps. I don't care how many times the fights come up, but that's the point. You don't get to go full speed until you get to play a preseason game. So now to think that I think we got 80 reps on each side Thursday and then tonight. So I think this has definitely been very, very valuable for us in our process.
Take one more. Cooper Rush and Ben DiNucci, just what you saw.
I thought Cooper had some tough luck on some plays, but the things I really watched, mostly is the pace of operation, play call entry, substitution, just the whole boundary discipline and mechanics. And I think we had two times where we didn't have 11 out there, and just because it was a substitution offense. So frankly, that doesn't show up in the stats, but I thought we got off to a good start there. So, but where I'm going with, I thought both quarterbacks, commanded the offense, ran the offense well, and we'll go back and look at their performance. But I thought we got off to a good start with our operation.
Thanks, everybody.
Is that it? All right, thanks.